The Boys is a satire dark superhero show which follows a group of ruthless vigilantes fighting to destroy and expose corrupt, crazed out superheroes backed up by the mega corporation known as Vought International. And the show just ended a couple of days ago with Season 5, Episode 8 titled Blood and Bone, which finally wrapped The Boys' show. After 5 seasons, we'll see if the finale held up to its potential or was done wrongfully. Just a quick note, my bad for my voice, I'm really sick, so hope I get better, guys, but yeah. Anyways, continuing on with what I was saying. Starting off with the good parts of The Boys finale is how they ended off Homelander's character arc in the best way possible. Let me explain. So, Homelander's in the Oval Office in the White House because he's the president. Because if you don't know, he killed the president last episode. So, yeah. And he's live broadcasting a speech of his in the Oval Office as he's saying that he's a god and, he's like the first coming and whatnot and all that bullshit. And while he's doing that, Butcher and Kimiko pull up. Butcher starts to fight Homelander live on TV, by the way. And Kimiko, on the other hand, is charging up her new ability that she got from Season 5, Episode 7, thanks to Frenchie and Sister Sage, which is the whole Soldier Boy nuclear blast thingy that removes any superhero's powers by burning out the Compound V and V1 out of your system. Soldier Boy got this because the Russians experimented him, and we found that out in Season 3. So yeah, the same thing happened to Kimiko, and Frenchie sadly passed away while doing so. So yeah, RIP Frenchie, but anyways. And while Butcher is fighting Homelander, he needs some help because, Homelander is fucking invincible. I mean, he got the V1 in Episode 6, 2 episodes prior to the finale. So, yeah, Ryan pulls up and Ryan helps Butcher fight Homelander. So it's Ryan, Butcher against Homelander while Kimiko's in the corner, just charging up her new ability because it takes some time. Anyways, Butcher and Ryan hold Homelander down and Kimiko is ready and she blasts Homelander with, the nuclear blast, and basically burns the Compound V and takes away the powers of all 3 of them. So Butcher, Ryan, and Homelander are all powerless. Anyways, Ryan's knocked out, Butcher and Homelander gets up, and they start to fight, and Butcher starts to actually win, because if you don't know, Butcher actually has good hand-to-hand combat, because he was like an ex-veteran or something. He used to be in the military, so yeah. But on the other hand, Homelander does not have good hand-to-hand combat. The reason why Homelander was like so terrifying and all that is because he was really fucking strong, thanks to his powers. So everyone was terrified. I mean, he can rip people in half with his bare hands or punch people through their bodies and rip out their organs, like what he did to Black Noir in the Season 3 finale. So, yeah. Anyways, Butcher beats the living shit out of Homelander, and Homelander falls to the ground and decides to start begging on his knees, knowing that he can't win the fight. He starts saying that he'll suck off Butcher, and saying a lot of other things. But Butcher doesn't really give a fuck because Homelander's still an evil person, so he gets the crowbar and stabs it through his brain and ends off Homelander. Now, I think this is like the best way to end off Homelander's character arc because it proves what Stan Edgar, A-Train, and all these other people have said to Homelander before. And A-Train perfectly says this right before he died in the first episode of Season 5, right over here. I'm gonna play the clip.
What was I so afraid of? You are fucking nothing.
Really?
Really? You're just an empty fucking suit. You take away these powers. And what are you, huh? Pathetic. Weak. Sniveling fucking loser.
So, yeah, and it's been said that Homelander without his powers is nothing more than a sniveling, pathetic, weak man-child, and really insecure. And we have seen that multiple times, but this is the first time we actually get to see it fully without his powers. And, it's true. He's nothing more than an insecure man-child. And it's a really good full-circle moment and perfectly ends off Homelander's character arc in the most satisfying way, if I can put it. So, yeah. Another part that I liked about the finale was Butcher's death. So you can't really end off The Boys on a good note if both Butcher and Homelander are still alive. So yeah, they both had to die, obviously. But I like how they did the whole comic book route where after Butcher kills Homelander, he's like, Soup's gotta go because Soups is evil, and decides to take the Soup killing virus and goes all the way at the top of Vought Tower and is about to drop the virus early in the morning when all the Soups come out so he could kill them all at once. But Huey comes up to stop him because his friends, right, Starlight and Kamiko, are also Soups and they're gonna die too, and he thinks that that's just wrong, so they start having a fight, and obviously Butcher's like winning because, you know, Huey can't fight for shit. And yeah, and right before Huey's about to, you know, lose, Butcher sees a vision of Lenny, because he said this multiple times that Huey is a spitting image of Lenny.
You really are a spitter, Lenny.
And if you don't know, Lenny's Butcher's younger brother who killed himself due to like parental abuse, and Butcher really loved Lenny, and Butcher loves Huey a lot. Anyways, in that moment when Butcher's in a trance, Huey pulls out a gun and shoots him and kills him, and Butcher has a really peaceful death that I feel like it's fitting for him. But there are some issues over here that I'm gonna discuss like later on, but for now I think Butcher's death was pretty well done. Another thing that I liked is how the Deep died in the best way possible. He died by the ocean. You know, the ocean betrayed him because they thought that he was the one that let the oil pipe out, but it was actually Black Noir. But it's kind of the Deep's fault, all right? He was the one who like was shitting on Black Noir throughout the whole season, so yeah. Anyways, the Deep dies by an octopus, which is ironic because, you know, he had a wife that was an octopus or something, so yeah. But what Starlight says before the Deep dies perfectly summarizes who he is, and I'm gonna play the clip like right here.
Why are you doing this, huh? Risking your life for a man who wouldn't even piss on you if you were on fire.
I'm his right-hand bro. He'll piss on me whenever I want.
Listen, I know you're scared.
I'm not scared of shit.
Deep, Kevin, I can see it in your eyes. Homelander terrifies you, but he sure as fuck doesn't respect you. Don't you want to be free of it? Of him?
Fucking mouth of yours.
This isn't about me.
Of course it is! I used to have it all. You know, power, respect, top 50 star meter on IMDb Pro. But all the bad shit started when you showed up. I lost everything.
You made those fucked up choices. You ruined your own life. You're not a fucking baby. For once, take some responsibility for yourself.
So yeah, and I think that's like the perfect way the Deep could ever go. Also like how Ashley was a good person in the end and helped the boys out by getting into the White House and all that. And I liked how finally she stood up to herself. I mean, A-Train gave her a chance, and I think Sister Sage also gave her a chance too, but she declined both times so that she wouldn't be killed by Homelander because she was afraid of him, you know? I mean, Homelander did a lot of fucked up things, and she did not want to die either. I'm surprised she even survived this long, and I'm still surprised that she's even alive after the finale. But yeah, her helping the boys out is a really good way to end off Ashley's character, and her getting demoted from president to, you know, normal civilian is really good, and Ashley deserved, you know, better than being fucked around by Homelander, so yeah. And the last thing that I think that the finale did really well was MM and Ryan. See, Butcher offers Ryan to come stay with him after the fight with Homelander, but Ryan says no, saying that he's still a monster and he's kind of evil, alright? Like, Butcher did a lot of fucked up things too. And, you know, like he killed a lot of innocent people like Newman and etc. But anyways, Ryan says no, and Ryan leaves, and MM decides to adopt Ryan, and MM obviously, like, I think he remarries like Monique, and, you know, they just live happily ever after, and I think that's like the best way to end off their characters. And I like how Ryan, you know, is under MM, and MM is a good person, alright? Like, I like MM. MM is really, really tough, you know? So, yeah. Yes, that's all the good parts I have for the finale that I could think of. Obviously, we got, like, Father dying and, you know, everyone seeing Homelander's true colors and all that. But if you guys got any, like, more good things of the finale that I missed, just let me know in the comments below. And also, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot, so, yeah. Starting off with the bad parts, Vought, alright? Why the fuck is Vought still alive? Like, why is the company still there? How the fuck is Stan Edgar even alive? And why is he still running Vought? Wasn't it the whole point of the show to, like, expose and, like, you know, reveal all the evil things Vought has done? Not do the opposite and just let it live. I mean, yes, Homelander was the main bad guy, but Homelander was backed up by a mega corporation known as Vought. All right, Vought was the reason why Homelander and Soldier Boy and all these other superheroes existed. All right, they're just gonna make more superheroes. Who knows? They might even make a new Homelander who's way more control now or something. Like, bro, wasn't it the whole point to destroy Vought, not keep it alive and around? Like, what? And it's like, okay, they're obviously doing this so that they can make a sequel and whatnot, but it's like, bro, wasn't it the whole point of The Boys to make fun of superhero multiverses and all that when they're doing the exact same thing? Like, we cannot be serious right now. And it's like I believe there's a poster of Butcher walking on Earth, and like right behind him, Vought was like crumbled behind him. Here's the poster. But it's like, what's the point of showing that if it doesn't even happen in the show? All right, like, I thought that Vought was gonna get exposed, you know, Homelander would, you know, lose everything and then go on a berserk rampage, and then the boys would stop him. And also, what is like the people's perspective on superheroes now? I mean, we never got to see that. Is superheroes good or bad? Like, how do people view superheroes now that after they've seen, you know, Homelander's true colors, you know, when they saw that on television? How do people see superheroes? Do they like superheroes? Do they hate superheroes? We don't know. Fuck that shit. Instead, we got Starlight being pregnant and Huey naming their child after his dead ex-girlfriend, which I don't think is like that big of a deal, but like, still, like, bro, we cannot be serious right now. You know what I'm saying? And also the fact that Soldier Boy wasn't even in the finale at all. Like, why keep him around? All right, like, Stan Edgar's probably gonna find some way to like release him, but like a more controlled version of him or something. Like, who knows really? Why would you keep Soldier Boy around? Like, we cannot be serious, bro. We cannot be serious. And it's like, what are we doing? All right, Soldier Boy is still there. Gen V did fuck all this whole season. All right, what was the point of making 2 seasons of build-up? All right, you build up 2 seasons. Marie Moreau, right, she was hyped to be like the equivalent strength of Homelander because they came from the same test experiments, just for her to be sidelined and being sent off to Canada to help civilians. Like, what? Bro, she can control blood. You know how strong she is, all right? She could just blow off Homelander's head if she wanted to, all right? And it's like, when you have a strong character like that, you kind of have to nerf her, but it's like, still, like, what was the point of watching Gen V? What was the point of even making the show if you're not even gonna use it, all right? Like, the characters only had a maximum amount of like 5 minutes screen time throughout the whole show. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing over here, Amazon? Like, we cannot be serious. Going back to Soldier Boy, what was the whole point of having him in the whole season just for you not to use him in the finale, all right? And it's like, even the way he got put back in ice was like the most pathetic way possible, all right? Homelander just choked him and then he got knocked out and then got put back into ice. The same position he was in the beginning of the fucking season, all right? Like, do you know how insane that is? The only reason why Soldier Boy was in the finale at all was to promote the prequel show known as Vought Rising. Like, bro, weren't you guys making fun of this exact same thing? I believe there's a clip of Black Noir in Gen V Season 2 talking about this. I'll put the clip right over here.
Look, I get it. Obviously, you got studio guys who are all, we need to plant seeds for the sequel. But I feel like it's kind of a disservice to your fan base, and also just not great storytelling.
But it's like, you guys are like making fun of yourselves. Like, what are we doing? Like, we cannot be serious. Like, this actually got me so pissed off by like a lot of levels. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the marketing for the show was like clickbait. All right, it was like pure fucking clickbait. We did not get any of the scorched earth that they were promoting before season 5 came out. All right, instead we got fuck all. So honestly, I'd rate the finale a good 7.5 to 8 out of 10. All right, 0.5, they lost 0.5 due to, you know, Gen V doing fuck all. They lost 0.5 for Soldier Boy doing fuck all. They lost 0.5 because how the fuck is Vought still around? And they lost 0.5 because the finale was kind of rushed in some ways, especially the fight between Huey and Butcher. I forgot to talk about that, but that fight was so fucking rushed. And Huey would never just pull out a gun and just shoot Butcher for no reason. I mean, Huey did hate Butcher, but like, he would not kill him like that. I felt like the comics did that a little bit better on how, you know, Butcher like said that, oh, I killed your parents, and, you know, tricked Huey into killing him because, you know, he wanted to die. He did not want to be put in jail. And I think that the comics did that really well, but the show just did not do that, and Huey just shot him. Like, that's like the most out of place thing Huey would ever do, all right? Huey hates killing. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't he the same guy who's talking about some, yo guys, calm down, we can figure this out? But nah, he just shot Butcher. All right. So yeah, and the reason, so yeah, it's like 7.5 to 8 out of 10 in my opinion. But yeah, honestly, what would you guys rate the finale of The Boys? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Do you not? And do you like the finale or not? Anyways, it was nice talking to you guys. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Also, I'll be making, or like, rating and, reviewing all the seasons of The Boys. And yeah, so keep to date. Please like and subscribe. See y'all. Bye.